Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Ramadan Safeeries live show. Assalamu alaikum, Uncle.
Wa alaikum salam.
Uncle, that wasn't a very heartfelt salam. It was more like Assalamu alaikum, like you've just woken up.
Excuse me. Sorry, yes. Wa alaikum salam.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm a bit grumpy today.
yeah, I can tell. What's happened? What's wrong?
Well, you would be too, you know, if you had gone to a majalis
Yeah.
and someone were being pure naughty and even worse, disrespectful to their madres.
Oh no, to their mother. They were disrespectful to their mother. I mean, I don't understand.
Sorry.
What happened?
Yes, their mother.
Their mum.
Well,
Mm.
there was a little boy who came late, you see. He had a special toy with him,
Oh yeah.
which his mum took away then. It was awful. OMG.
Oh my God. So what happened? So mum took away the toy and, you
Okay,
know,
okay.
and nobody likes having their, I mean, let's be honest, nobody likes having their toy taken away.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. You see, he just wouldn't leave this toy alone
Oh.
and concentrate on what the sheikh was saying, you see.
Oh, right.
He was acting like a baby.
He was acting like a baby. How old
Yeah,
was
man.
he?
Well, you see, he's 10-year-old, you know.
10 years.
10 year.
I think at that age you should know better.
That's what I think too, you know.
Well, Uncle, today I'm going to share a story with you. Well, not a story. It's more
like
kind of
story.
like, yeah, it is a story about Lady Khadija, you see. And she is very special to Muslims the world over. For everybody loves Lady Khadija.
That's right, you know.
And, you know, the next time you go to a majlis,
Yeah.
maybe you can share what you learn about Lady Khadija,
You think?
yeah, with those children.
Maybe, you know.
Okay, so, and next time there is a naughty child at the majlis, maybe they'll remember this story about Lady Khadija. It's more like an account of her life, which
I
is
see.
telling you about, you know,
Right.
all the important things that she
All
went
them
through.
parts and things that she did, you know.
Exactly.
Me like
And-
history too, you know.
Yes, I love Islamic history as well. And maybe, you know, children who are being naughty in a majlis,
Yeah, man.
they might remember this
Hmm.
and they might be very, very well behaved, inshallah. Let's start.
Inshallah.
Let's start. Okay, so
Me all ears.
Lady Khadija's wafat is maybe tomorrow or perhaps the day after. We're not
Really?
sure, but we want to remember her and honor her because she did pass away in the month of Ramadan.
Subhanallah.
Okay, so she was born in Mecca to a wonderful couple called Khuwaylid and Fatima bint Zayda. And she had 3 siblings, Hala, Usaid and Awam.
Wow.
And she had 3 children, Qasim, Abdullah, who sadly passed away when they were babies,
Me there, sorry.
and Fatima, salamun alayh.
Me love the name Fatima.
Yeah, it is a beautiful name, I agree. And yes, she is the daughter of Khuwaylid. Do you know who he was? He was a very, very important person, her father.
Really?
He sort of looked after the Kaaba with Abdul Muttalib. Who is Abdul Muttalib? Maybe
Your man
one of-
them know. Did them man know who Abdul Muttalib be?
Well, maybe one of the children, or maybe some of the children watching at home, can call in on 0203 515 1234 and tell us.
Indeed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. sorry.
That's funny.
We always do
That's
that.
funny. Who was Abdul Muttalib?
Me don't know. You're gonna tell me then.
I believe he was the grandfather of Rasulullah.
Wow.
Yes, that's right. And Khadija was a very, very successful businesswoman. That means she had her own business, just like the way you might run a business to do with computers or phones. She had her own trading business.
Should be like a superwoman.
She was like a superwoman.
Like our own Muslim Dragon's Den, you know.
That's very funny. She was also the guardian. That means she cared for orphans.
Wow. Like me own Mother Teresa then as well.
Aww.
It's amazing, you know. Amazing woman.
Absolutely. And she was the wife and the main support of Rasulullah.
Subhanallah,
Subhanallah.
You know they always say behind every great man there's a greater woman, you know.
That's a really nice quote. So Rafiq just said, behind every great man there is a great woman.
Indeed.
And indeed she was a great woman. And of course she was the mother of Fatima, peace be upon her. And she is also one of the 4 women of paradise.
Wow, you know.
Yeah, so she was born in Mecca around the year 567. So we don't know her exact date. To
Okay.
Khuwaylid and Fatima. Khuwaylid was a successful businessman, and he sort of owned the Kaaba together with Abdul Muttalib.
Right.
But her parents died when she was, really young, and that left her and her siblings. They were orphans. I think that's probably why she was so caring towards orphans.
That's
because
true, you know.
she had been an orphan herself.
We often do things which we understand, you see.
Yeah.
Right? So me understand like what it might be like, you see, to be a red monster. So me like be nice to all the other red monsters.
I get
yeah,
you.
Yeah, you get me.
I get exactly what you're saying, because when you've been through something so difficult in your life, like, people have picked on you for being
Indeed,
red, so you're
indeed.
more caring to those other
Indeed.
monsters who are red. So Khadija was very, very kind to all those orphans who didn't have parents.
Subhanallah.
Kind of reminds me of Imam Ali alayhi salam.
Indeed.
They called him the father of the orphans.
Indeed, you know.
Because he took such good care of them. So she continued the family business, which her dad started running, and it was to do with trade caravans. And in the summer they went to Syria, and in the winter they went to Yemen. And so she actually became really successful. That means that she was good at running her own business. And she had heard of a young gentleman called Muhammad, peace be upon him, right? And she'd heard about his excellent character and the way he was truthful, and that even even people who didn't like him trusted him with their property.
Wow.
Could you imagine, you don't like someone, say, in your community,
Yeah.
you think that, that you just don't like them. But
you can think of bad people like that, you know.
Yeah, I think
but
I
won't
can.
say nothing.
I think I can think of a few people as well. But you trust them enough to leave your money, your clothes, and all your possessions with.
Wow.
And that's what Rasulullah was like.
We don't know in this day and age if we could do them things. I hope we could, you know. I hope we could have people that trustworthy.
Exactly. Well, you know what? We should make a dua in this special month that Allah blesses us with the best kind of friends that we could ever have.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So, she had heard about Rasulullah and how amazing and fantastic he was. And so she employed him, she hired him to help her run her business. And, she'd been thinking about it for a while. And then through her friend, she sent him a marriage proposal and he accepted.
No way, you know.
Yeah.
The woman sent the man the marriage proposal.
Yeah, a woman can do that.
Pure modern, you know.
Yeah, very, very modern. And
that shows, isn't it?
It does. And, Khadija was a little bit older than Rasulullah.
No
But
way.
he didn't mind at all.
He didn't mind that neither.
No.
Rah. This man be pure thinking out the box, innit?
And they had 3 children together, Qasim, Abdullah and Fatima. But she also looked after her, let's have a look, her sister's daughters. And, because she loved children so much.
She seemed like she a real giving person.
She was a very giving person and very, very generous as well.
Like that. Me like that a lot,
Yes, and she dedicated her life and her wealth, because she ran a business, Lady Khadija, she obviously made lots and lots of money.
PRP.
Yeah, and because of that, she was able to support her husband, sort of make sure that Islam could be built up from it very, very small foundations into the world religion that it is today.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, and, they went through a lot of hardships and a lot of difficulties.
I hear you,
The early Muslims. I mean, remember when you came from Trinidad to England, how was it for you?
It weren't good,
Really?
It made it real hard for me to settle in, Because people think me talk a different language, they say.
No.
They don't even understand me talk English.
Oh, I understand you perfectly well, and I'm sure the children do as well.
Yeah, man, because me and you, we on the level, you see.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I you that.
Yes, we are on
Right.
the level.
Okay, Ari. So my point being is that, like you say, it be difficult sometimes when you feel like you don't fit in,
Yes, absolutely. It's awful when you don't fit in. And that's how many of the early Muslims felt when Rasulullah came down from the cave of Hira and he announced his prophethood to the people. People back then, they weren't listening. Rasulullah never had any doubt in Allah's message. And the one person who stood by him and backed him was his wife, Khadija.
Subhanallah. You know what? Me need to find a wife like that, I think.
Oh, yeah. So, she passed away, sadly, at the age of 52. And that was the year of grief, yeah? Because Abu Talib had passed away, the Prophet's uncle, and his soulmate, Khadija. And,
sad.
You know what a role model is, don't you?
Of course I do.
Yeah?
It's a model that rolls over, no?
No.
No?
You can't take it literally. A role model is someone who we want to be like. We copy them. We want to speak the way they do. We want to act the way they do. We want to do the things that they do. And Khadija is one of those ladies.
I see.
Because she was a wonderful daughter, an amazing wife, a successful businesswoman, and she helped out in the community by looking after all those orphans. So she did a lot of social work as well.
She be like a superwoman.
She is
a super social worker.
Yes, a super social worker who was amazing at what she did. And that's why even today, even now, we remember her every year in this month.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah.
Because if it wasn't for her, Islam would not be where it is today.
Are you that, Bridget? Definitely. MashaAllah. Well, that was amazing, It certainly inspired me to want to read more of the Quran and learn the best way to recite it, And also learn all the stories about the holy figure, Because like Bibi Khadija and the Prophet, we can learn so many lessons from them,
I agree with you. And before I go on though, I think I can hear your tummy rumbling.
Oh yeah, you see, because me be fasting all day, you see, me tummy be rumbling pure, you see. Excuse me. I think I'm very hungry. I can't be stopped thinking about that nice cold drink and that bar of chocolate, you see.
A nice cold drink and a bar of chocolate?
Yeah, man.
That's interesting.
Well, you got one for me?
No, but there is a bar of chocolate and a can of fizzy drink in today's Captain News.
Where? Show me that. Show me that.
Why don't you introduce Captain News and we'll find out what these two got up to.
Okay then. Well, this be Captain News and apparently a cold drink, a fizzy and a bar of chocolate, you see.
Over to you, Captain News.
This is a full moon. This is a half moon. And that's an eclipse. Welcome to Captain News. Have I got news for you? If you ever wanted to see the stars, you might do the sensible thing and take a real spaceship into space and not a can of Coke. That's what one bar of chocolate tried to do when it attached itself to a can of fizzy drink and pulled off the tab in the hope that the fizz from the can would propel him into outer space. The silly bar of chocolate didn't even realize that the view of space he had been staring at was simply a photo in a frame. Next time, try looking out of the window instead. In other news this week, Danny the donut had to be rescued by firefighters and treated for extensive injuries after getting stuck in cookie dough. The cookie dough was about to go into the oven when Danny laid his eyes on it and dived in like it was a swimming pool. Of course, this led to a sticky situation, quite literally. Luckily, some of the leftover chocolate chips saw what had happened and called the local emergency services to come to Danny's rescue. Danny is now in hospital recovering from his injuries. Our du'as are with you. A report has just come in of a vacuum cleaner attempting to suck up everything in its path. If it was in its way, that's it. Within a few seconds, it was gone. Desperate cries of help could be heard from the vacuum cylinder as they tried their hardest to make a hole so they could escape. Socks, paper clips, breadcrumbs, and a precious ring had all been sucked up by the vacuum cleaner. It seemed there was no stopping it. However, there was one eyewitness, Paul the plug socket, and this is what he said.
So, there I was, attached to the wall, minding my own business, when I saw Victor going mad and zooming around in the living room, eating everything that was in its way. That's when I knew I had to do something, and fast. So I flicked the switch, and that was it. Victor was going nowhere. But you should have seen the mess he left behind. It was really bad.
Victor, the vacuum, is now in police custody and will appear at the Safeeries High Court in early February. Let's hope that the judge brings back justice. A tub of margarine was attempting to cross the kitchen sink with a fish finger as its passenger. Much to its surprise and dismay, a pair of salad scissors started following them with only one intention: to catch the fish finger for its dinner. Luckily, there was some sardines sitting on the side of the sink, who dived into the water and helped the tub of margarine and his passenger to safety. Thank goodness they know how to swim. After all, they are fishes. And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us on Captain News. Back to you, Muhammad Ali, over in the studio.
That was hilarious. I mean, that fish finger trying to cross the kitchen sink in a margarine tub. I mean, did you see that can of fizzy drink?
Did I see the can of fizzy drink?
It was hilarious, wasn't it?
It was pure joke, man, pure joke.
I never thought, things like, objects that don't move, like pens or rulers or rubbers, could have a life of their own. I wonder if those dolls, when we're not here, those babushkas on the table, those little Russian dolls, I wonder if they speak.
Now you're scaring me, you know.
Oh.
Me don't want to
No,
hear
no,
no
no,
gin
no,
stories, you know. Please, 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 please.
Not at all. Not at all. So,
Yes.
shall we carry on with learning more about Lady Khadija?
I think so, because me like all these funny incidents, but of course, Rafiq wants to know about more about the Lady Khadija. So please, Layla, please.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we go on,
Wagwan.
we have a caller on the line.
No way, you know. We got a caller.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name and
Assalamu
where are you calling from?
My name is Kawthar, and
Oh,
I'm calling from London.
Assalamu alaikum, Kawthar. It's really nice of you to call in. How are you and how is your fasting going?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
And yes, my fasting is going good.
Is it going good? So,
Alhamdulillah.
how old are you?
I'm 9.
Oh, you're 9. Wow.
Wow.
So that means you're learning to practice fasting. You're sort of trying to get used to it.
I'm fasting for a whole day.
Subhanallah.
Subhanallah.
MashaAllah. May
That'd
Allah
be
reward
amazing.
you.
Amazing.
Rafiq, did you want to ask Kawthar anything?
Well, me just want to ask, are you going to fast more than one day this month?
Yeah, Kawthar.
Yes, I'm going to fast every day.
Subhanallah, that'd be amazing, you know, amazing. Me really proud of you.
Yeah.
Really proud of you.
I'm proud of you too. And I'm sure the children watching at home will think, you know what? If Kawthar can fast all day and she's 9 years
Yeah,
old,
man.
I'm 12, or someone else might say I'm 13 or I'm 15, I'm going to fast as well.
That's right. My girl can do it. We can all do it.
We can all do it. So, Kawthar, what's your favourite? I always ask this to everybody just because I love food. But what's your favourite food to eat at the end of the day?
My favorite fruit is salad,
Salad?
That's healthy.
spaghetti, and cheese.
Spaghetti
Salad,
and cheese.
spaghetti and cheese. Salad's actually really healthy. Do you remember that episode of the Ramadan live show? And we talked about healthy habits and what you should and shouldn't eat.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
She definitely seemed like she been listening, you know. That'd be a real healthy meal, you know.
That's a very, very healthy meal. And what are you most enjoying about the Safeeries live shows? What do you most like?
Can you please,
Sorry.
can you please say that again?
Yes, of course. What do you most love about these live shows?
I love that different people come here and be in this live show, and I also like that they talk about different things
Oh, well, thank
and
you.
in different events.
Yes, there's many events coming up in Ramadan because, you know, it's Lady Khadija's wafat this weekend, but then over the next week or so, it's going to be a very, very important time. It starts
That's
with
true.
L. Do you know what I'm talking about, Kawthar?
Special night, you know.
Laylatul. Do you
I
know?
don't know.
You don't know. It's called Laylatul Qadr, and they're very,
right,
very
that's
special
right.
nights during Ramadan.
That'd be when the Quran got revealed, nah?
That is when the Quran was revealed,
Yeah, man.
indeed. Oh,
Subhanallah. Well, me pure proud of the little girl, because like she said, she be learning how to fast. She be hoping to fast the whole month. Even me, I found that pure hard when me first started
Yeah.
becoming Muslim, you know.
absolutely. Because I don't know if you know Kawthar, but Rafiq here wasn't always Muslim.
That's
He
right.
became a Muslim about 20 years ago.
That's right, that's right.
Oh, well, it was lovely talking to you, Kawthar. We'll see you very soon.
Assalamu alaikum.
See you later.
Ramadan Kareem.
Ma'assalama.
Masalam.
Ma'asalam.
Oh,
She's so cute, you know.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
she's doing very, very well.
Very well, you know.
Okay, so when Lady Khadija was 28
Yes,
years old,
back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story. She married Rasulullah because she saw his qualities of truthfulness and trustworthiness, as she was convinced he was the man to marry.
I
Yeah,
see.
and the marriage that they had together was a very happy one. You know, Khadija, stopped working because she had her children, and she started building a life with her husband.
Of course.
You know, Rasulullah, one of the beloved of Allah. That's what they call Rasulullah. And what happened was Rasulullah used to go up this mountain to the cave of Hira, and it's 3 miles of north of Mecca, to meditate. Now that's a very big word. Do you know what it means?
No way. What is this meditate?
Well, meditate is when you think very, very deeply about something. And in the case of Rasulullah, he used to think about the world, its creation, and where it all came from. Yeah?
Me think deeply all the time. Does that mean me be meditating all the time?
Meditation's a little bit different. You're usually in a faraway place. But
Right, I see.
it was on one of these trips to the cave of Hira that he was visited by a certain angel. Do you know which angel visited Rasulullah?
Let me think. Angel Gabriel?
Angel Gabriel, that's right.
Yeah, man.
He's one of the big angels.
Pig.
Yes, and he instructed Rasulullah to recite from the Quran.
Ikra.
That's right. Read
it.
in the name of your Lord.
Indeed.
That's right. And you know, Rasulullah got a bit scared, but before I tell you what happens next, we have another caller on the line.
No way.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London.
Okay, and what's your name?
Hussein.
Hussein.
Assalamu alaikum, Hussein.
How are you?
6.
Oh, you. Oh,
He thought you said, how old is he?
you're
He be
6 years old, mashallah. And how is your fasting going this month?
I don't fast.
You
I
did.
don't fast because I am just 6 years old and I am not allowed to fast.
Oh, okay,
I
that's
see.
okay. I don't think I was fasting when I was 6 years old.
I definitely weren't fasting when I was 6 years old.
Oh, bless you. So, well, I'm going to ask you some fun questions now.
Yeah,
Not about what we were talking
No,
about,
no,
but
no.
if you had the choice between sort of like pizza or fried chicken, what would you eat?
I will eat pizza.
Pizza, okay. And
Me
if
like fried chicken, you see.
you like fried
Me
chicken.
love fried chicken.
I like pizza with salad on the side.
No.
No, you don't
Nah,
like
nah,
salad?
he not feeling that.
Actually, I like chicken.
You like chicken as well?
like chicken
That's
too.
great. And do you help your mum prepare food for iftar? Do you help
A
your mum?
little bit.
Do you? What do you do? How do you help your mum get ready for iftar?
I help her getting the plates ready and I help her with the salad.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
That's wonderful. You know, because we're talking about mothers today, and we're talking
Yes.
about...
That's right.
On Mother's Day,
Yeah.
we could make cards and we could make biscuits that have different colours on it and give it a surprise for them.
Look
Oh,
at
that's
that.
so sweet. That's
So
such a lovely
sweet.
thing to do. I like making things for my mum,
Karsina.
not just on
Me
Mother's
too.
Day. Yeah, but every day.
That's why they say, you know,
Yeah,
Jannah lies at the feet of your mother.
that's right. Heaven is beneath the feet of your mother. That means if you look after your mum and, you know, respect her and listen to
right.
her, it will be easier for you to go to heaven.
That's right.
Oh. And what's your favourite toy, Hussein?
My favourite toy is all of them.
That's,
You like it all, you know.
that's wonderful. And do you know, I know Eid is still a little bit far away, but do you know what you're going to get for Eid?
No?
No, maybe it's a surprise.
Maybe you get everything.
Yeah, maybe he'll get all of the toys. Who knows?
Maybe.
But you know, Hussein, you sound like a lovely young boy. I'm sure that whatever gift you get, you'll love it. But don't forget to call back and tell us what you get, because we'll still be going live around Eid time, inshallah.
And remember,
Okay.
All right.
sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Share your ties with me.
Sometimes in school, I had the equipment and I shared it with one of the children in our school.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Look at that.
That
He
is-
be such a good boy.
That's a very nice thing to do, to share your things. Like if you've got a pen, or someone doesn't have a ruler or a rubber, or colouring pens even.
Yeah, man.
Please, could I read the Quran?
Of course you can. We would love to listen to you recite the
Subhanallah.
Quran.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Oh wow, that
Mashallah.
stung my heart.
Subhanallah. What a beautiful recitation.
That was really, really nice. Thank you so much. I can tell that this is a little boy who loves to read the Quran, because that was a beautiful recitation.
Most definitely.
Thank you, Hussein. It was really, really nice talking to you. We'll
Take
see you
care.
very soon. Take care.
Assalamu alaikum, Hussein.
Ma salam.
Ma salam. What
Oh.
a nice young boy, you know.
He was lovely. Wouldn't it be nice to have some of these children on our show?
Me would love that, you know.
Yeah,
We would love
I think that would be lots of fun. But we'd definitely, we wouldn't be fasting, but we could have pizza and chips.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
something-
remember, chicken as well, you know.
And something
Got to be having
healthy.
some of that fried chicken.
That's right. So, we were just talking about how Rasulullah has received the first revelation,
Indeed.
the first Quranic ayah
Indeed.
from the angel. And of course, you know, if something like that happens to you, of course you're going to be a bit scared. You're going to be maybe a little bit confused. But you know, when he went home, guess who told him everything was going to be okay?
Who that be?
Khadija.
No way.
Yes. So Khadija said to Rasulullah, look, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. You've been chosen to be the, you know, to have this message, to spread this wonderful message of Islam. I'm going to support you and I'm going to be here for you.
Wow.
And you know, as their marriage went on, they had children. And you know, when Khadija was pregnant with Fatima, when Fatima was in her tummy, she smelt this wonderful fragrance, like it was from another world. And even Rasulullah used to say, whenever I want to remember the perfume of heaven, I smell Fatima.
Wow. Look at that, you know. That'd be so beautiful.
Yes, because, you know, Lady Fatima is very, very special.
Indeed, you know.
And we're going to talk about her, not this week, maybe in a couple of weeks' time. So the children have to tune in, because everybody loves Lady Fatima.
I'm really looking forward to that, you know.
And-
Can't wait.
And let's not forget, one of the reasons why Lady Fatima is one of the 4 women of paradise. So is Khadija, and so is Maryam, and so is Asiya. There are 4 women of paradise.
Look at that, you
And
know.
Khadija is one of them. But that's because of all the wonderful things she did, and all the way that she used her money and her wealth, so that Islam, well, could you know, start up and get on its feet and be established.
You know, she be like a beacon of light for our religion, you know. An example to all women and men
Yes.
how we should be.
Absolutely. You mean like a ray of light?
I like that,
Ah,
you know.
yeah, like
that.
when the sun shines.
That be it, yeah.
And
yeah,
its
yeah.
beams,
That's it,
beams
that's
of
it.
light reach us.
That's it.
I
She got that noor, you know.
Yes, she did. She did. There was something special about Lady Khadija.
Indeed. Well, aren't they just 2 amazing, super people, Prophet Muhammad and Lady Khadija?
Yes.
I'm sure that, you know, this month is all about the Quran as well, yes?
Yes,
Is
it
that
is.
correct?
It is all about the Quran.
So why don't we learn together right now? I would love to know a little bit more about the Quran and Did you know the longest verse in the surah is called Ayatul Kursi?
Ayatul Kursi, that is
Yeah,
a
man.
beautiful verse. It certainly is. And, why don't we go and join our Quran reciter on Let's Learn Quran?
Let's learn Quran.
Suratul Kawthar.
باسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر. فصل لربك وانحر. فصل لربك وانحر. إن شانئك هو الأبتر. إن شانئك هو الأبتر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر. فصل لربك وانحر. إن شانئك هو الأبتر. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Oh, I love listening to the Quran. Oh my gosh, we have another caller on
Not
the line.
another one. We're very popular today.
We're very, very popular. Oh, wow. I wonder who it is.
Me wonder, you know. You
I
see,
think they're coming through now. Let's just wait a second.
do you think it'd be a boy or a girl?
Oh, I think it's going to be a girl.
Okay, let's see.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name?
Walaikum salam.
What's your name?
My name is Layla.
Your name is Sayyida. And where are you calling from, Sayyida?
Hartlepool.
Hartlepool. Wow.
See, I be right, you know. You thought it was a girl, nah?
Yes, I thought it was a girl, and I was right. How are you, Sayyida?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
How are
And
you?
I'm actually okay. I mean, I'm getting a little bit thirsty now because, I've been fasting these long hours, and I think Rafiq is as well. How is your fasting going?
Really good.
Really good.
Subhanallah.
So you're quite far away. You're quite up north in Hartlepool. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So your days are a little bit longer than they are down here. How are you managing with the long days?
Well, it's not that hard, but it's fine.
Oh, you're managing.
She seems a lot stronger than me.
Yeah, these young kids, they're really blowing us out of the water. They're doing really, really well.
Indeed.
How old are you, Sayyida?
Pardon?
How old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
So you're doing the fast as well. And what's your favourite food to eat at the end of the day?
Soup.
Soup. Do you know what I like? I like lentil soup. Oh no, there's one dish called halim, and my mum makes it, and it's absolutely delicious, and it's made with meat, and then you fry some onions at the end, and you pour it over the soup with the meat, and it's the best dish in the whole world.
Stop. Me bare hungry here now.
Rafiq's really hungry because I don't know if you were listening before. Rafiq didn't always used to fast. Tell us about, when you first started fasting.
Yeah, well, you see.
Well,
Yes.
I started fasting when I was 9 years old.
She started fasting at the same
Look
age
at
as
that.
Kauthar when you were
Look at
9.
that.
And how did you find it? When you first did you fast in bits like, I'll fast for 3 hours, then I'll have a break.
Oh, I fasted for the whole day.
Look at that. You see,
Mashallah.
because I was gonna say, when I first started fasting, me only could do like half days,
Because it's not
How?
easy. half a day, you know, when you just fast for a few hours and then you have a little break and then you start fasting again. Some very, very small children do that.
That'd be right. Yes.
Yeah, I guess you had to get used to it, Rafiq.
That'd be right. Yes.
But that's
yes.
a good way of learning how to fast.
Yes. And now you see, now obviously I can fast the whole day, you see, and the whole
Alhamdulillah.
month. So me think to myself, that girl there, she be amazing because she better
Yeah.
than me, you know.
Alhamdulillah. And are you reading lots of Quran this month?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many juz have you gone through? How many parts of the Quran have you gone through?
2.
Subhanallah.
Subhanallah.
That's actually really, really good. And do you go to madrasa to learn how to read Quran and to learn about, you know, the Ahl al-Bayt?
No.
No, so you learn at home.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, your mum must be amazing. She must be one of those super women.
I was just
It's
gonna
actually
say,
my grandma.
Oh, your grandma
look
teaches you.
at
That's
that.
That's lovely that you have such a close relationship with her. And how is it fasting when you're at school?
It's good because I don't think about the time. It just takes fun.
That's
That'd
a
be
good point.
Advice. Good advice.
That's a
you
good
know.
point. Because when you're keeping busy, you're not thinking about your stomach
That's right.
or
That's
thinking
right.
about what to eat.
Maybe we shall all take a leaf out of her book and
Yeah.
keep busy, you know, when we're fasting.
That's absolutely right. Maybe we should. Well, it was lovely speaking to you, Sayeda. Thank you so much for calling in. And if your friends want to call in as well, the number's just at the bottom of the screen, 0203 515 1234. So do get your friends and your family to call in as well. Okay? All right. Nice talking to you.
Take care, you know.
Take care.
Ma salam.
Ma salam. Bye.
Look at that, you know. Subhanallah.
Subhanallah, that was nice. Listen, why don't we join the super sheikhs now? Because they're full of interesting, you know, facts. They know so
I was
much.
just gonna say, you know, because you mentioned there the Ahlul Bayt as well, you see.
Yes.
And we be talking about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We be talking about Bibi Khadija. We be talking about the Holy Quran.
Yes.
So we got to be talking about the wonders of the world.
Absolutely.
That be the Ahlul Bayt.
Absolutely. Do you want to introduce super sheikhs?
Why not, you know? Right then, this be me real tight bedrins, me real brethrens. This be the super sheikhs.
Over to you two.
Assalamu alaikum dear children and welcome to Super Sheikhs. I'm Big Sheikh Hassan.
And I'm Little Sheikh Hussein.
That's correct. Thank you for sending in your question. It's a brilliant question.
Dear Super Sheikhs, Earth is a wonderful place. How did God create it?
Little Sheikh Hussein, how did God create you?
God created Earth. God created the Earth because He's all powerful and all knowing. If He's all powerful, He would be able to do it. If He's all knowing, if He's all knowing, He would know how to do it.
That's correct. You said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all powerful and all knowing. If He's all powerful, of course it'd be very easy for Him to do it. And if He's all knowing, He would know how to do it and the best way to do it. So, we as Muslims believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the earth in 6 days. Not 6 days in the time of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but 6 days of earth time. Right? In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned that. It didn't take much effort to do it, because if He wants something, He does it quickly. He does it just like that. He just says be and it is, and it becomes. Right? In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says kun fayakun. That means be and it is, and it becomes straight away. Not like in a minute or 2 seconds. No, instantly, straight away. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that powerful that whatever He wants to be created, it just happens. Just happens. Right? If we want, for example, to build a building, right? It takes months and months and hard work, right?
Yep.
If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants something, He just says, be, and it
Happens.
straight away. If we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all powerful, then why did He create the earth in this way? Why did He make so many continents? Why didn't He just make it one? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala go on.
He did create it in one continent, but over time there were earthquakes, so it split.
That's correct. But when we were created, when we humans were created, the continents did exist,
Yeah.
right? That's at the time of the dinosaurs when it used to be one,
Yeah.
right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says that He has created people in every land and with their own language so they can differentiate between themselves. For example, I speak English, Arabic, and German. And you speak?
Like in between Arabic and English.
Right. So a little Arabic.
Like a medium.
Well, your Arabic is good. For a 9-year-old, your Arabic is very good. So you speak English very, very well. And Arabic also very, very well. Right? So everyone knows a different language. Or most of the people know different languages. That's so they can differentiate between themselves. If I speak Arabic, I am from Arabia, from the area of Arabia. When someone speaks Urdu, he's from?
The area of Pakistan.
That's correct. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created people in every single land with their own language so they can differentiate between them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created so many things in this earth that are so fascinating. And we still are discovering it. But you know what the problem is? We try to discover everything around us where we as humans don't know as much about ourselves. Right? We have to first of all make sure that we know ourselves first. Then we can discover what is all around us. Right?
Yep.
Scientists are finding new species of animals in the deepest parts of the ocean. They're still scuba diving all the way down. Also, they're using a lot of machine and technology. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the earth. Making sure, giving us resources to be able to develop. Right?
Yep.
So, what did we talk about?
We talked about Allah gave us resources to develop.
Yes.
We need to learn about ourselves before we need to learn about the things around us.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. And we also mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the earth in how many days?
6 days.
So, thank you for sending in your question. If you have any other questions, do send them in. Thank you for watching and
Ma'a salama.
Those two are amazing. They know so much.
They do, you know.
You know, I was thinking about the Sheikhs the other day and all of the people who teach us.
Yeah,
And if it wasn't for them, the message that was revealed to Rasulullah in the cave of Hira over 1400 years ago would have been lost.
That be true, you know.
Yeah?
That'd be an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah. And I think we should, you know, big up the Sheikhs.
Big up to the Sheikh, you know.
Yeah, because if it wasn't for them, how would we know about our religion?
You don't know. Big up to the Sheikh. Me really like that. Me like that.
Yes, I like that too.
Yeah.
You know, I always wanted to go to Hausa to do my studies, but I went to Iran actually because they have a big Hausa there.
I see.
And a Hausa is like a place where you do Islamic studies. But I ended up going on holiday instead. But it wasn't just an ordinary holiday. I visited Imam Reza.
Subhanallah, you know. You know what? I've been to Iran, but that was when I was a little younger.
Yeah.
But me went to Najaf and Karbala last year.
You went to Najaf and Karbala last year?
That'd be right. Nah, way, you know. Not only that, me went for Arba'in.
Arba'in. Wasn't it just I mean, how is it that the world's largest, largest group of people who gather in one place, and no one gets injured and no one gets hurt?
Subhanallah. It'd be like its own miracle, like another wonder of the world.
A wonder of the world.
That'd be true. That'd be true.
Absolutely, it can be thought of as a wonder of the world.
Because how could you fill 22 million people, in one country and city?
Yeah, and people from all over the world.
All over the world,
So it's like the world is in one place during
one
Advent.
place.
Yeah.
Me like that, yeah.
So, actually, my friend, one of my best friends, she lives in Iran.
No, where?
She lives in Tehran.
Tehran.
Yeah, Tehran.
Me like Tehran.
Lovely.
Me been to Tehran.
Have you?
Yeah,
It's so nice there. I wonder if she's watching. Hello, Samira. If you're watching, that was a big hello to you.
Next time I'm in Tehran, do you think she would let me come visit?
Yeah. No, why don't you come with me next time?
Really?
Yeah. She's got space in her house. I'm sure she'd love to have us over. So we went to...
They're going to hold you to that,
Yeah.
It's a done deal, yeah?
But then you have to take me to Iraq.
No problem.
Yeah, and we have to go together because I would love to visit my imams. I miss them so much.
Inshallah. Me too, Me too.
I think about them all the time.
It made me very sad sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know what? They say, when you do get to go on ziyarah,
Yeah.
it be like a calling.
You mean you get invited?
That's right.
Wow.
Like the imam pick up the phone and be calling you personally to come visit him.
Oh.
Subhanallah. So,
Yeah.
inshallah,
Yeah.
we go together.
Yeah,
to Iraq.
absolutely. I think I'd love to go with you. But more than anything, I think I'd love to go with the children watching at home because it would be so much fun if we all went together as a big group.
All together. That would be amazing.
We would have a great time.
I think that would be my best holiday.
Absolutely. But you know what? I've had a great time this show learning about, Lady Khadija,
Of course.
Rasulullah and his first
course.
revelation in the month of
course.
Quran, watching the Super Sheikhs,
Of course.
and of course those funny guys on Captain News as well. But that's all we have time for today. But thank you very much to Sayyida, Hussein and Kauthar for calling in. Don't forget, join us on Monday from 4 o'clock and you can join us again.
Inshallah.
Ma salama.
Ma salama,
Take
brethren.
care.
Peace and love.
Ma salam.